everyone, so we're back for another review today. Today's going to be the Great&Small Cool Bowl. I got this last weekend from a local garden centre. I have seen, this is the Great&Small version, but I have seen one done by Rosewood with exactly the same design and same principle. So I think there's a few manufacturers that are actually going to be doing these. Lottie's just chilling in the sun. I've just take the packaging out. So it's basically a normal plastic bowl, fairly deep, but it's got, I don't know how clearly you guys can see, but if I move it around a little bit, it's got like water in the inside. So it's got like a double layer between the inside of the bowl and the outside of the bowl, and in that layer there is water, and you can hear it splashing around in there. The idea of that is that you pop this in the fridge or the freezer, you leave it, it recommends 6 hours. We're going to try 4 hours to see today and see how it gets on, and we got quite a strong freezer. The idea is you pop it in the freezer, you go back, and it's frozen, and it keeps your dog's water cool for longer. Obviously this is ideal for summer, or if you're going on a trip for the day, or anything like that. We're going to be using it outside, where we leave Lottie some water for easy access. So we're going to be leaving it outside, because particularly if it's in the sun, it can go quite warm quite quickly. So we'll just take this into the freezer now. Come on, Lottie, let's go. So we'll just take it, pop it into the freezer now. I'm just popping it into the bit where you would normally put the ice box. The ice box where you would normally put things like ice cubes and things like that. I'm just going to pop it into that part of the freezer. But you could pop it into any part of the freezer, and actually it does even say that you can even just pop it into the fridge. So you could even just pop it into the fridge. You can probably see a little bit better now we're inside that there's a water layer in there that doesn't leak, that is basically just to help keep it cool. So we'll pop it in the freezer now. See if I can try and do this with one hand. So I'm just going to pop that into the freezer and leave that for 4 hours and see how it gets on. So we'll be back a little bit later. So it's currently been about 4 hours, so we're just going to see how the bowl's doing. So this is the bowl now. As you can see, it's frozen. The water's frozen, and it is really, really cold to touch. So hopefully that should keep the water nice and cool. So we're just going to get some water, and then we can test it outside. I've just filled it up with some water. It holds quite a large amount. Okay, Lottie. I think Lottie really likes this cool water. So I left the water in there for about 10 or 15 minutes before I let Lottie drink it, just to make sure that it was nice and cool. Which it is lovely and cool, and it's quite warm today, so it's kept it lovely and cool. It's currently about 4 hours later than I actually put the original water in. It's still really, really cool, so that's really good. It says on the packaging that it does it for 6 hours, but I would say that it would do it for much longer than that, probably more, maybe 8-10 hours maybe, so all day really. So that is really good. So that's really positive that it's lasted such a long time, because I did worry whether as soon as the ice would melt, whether it would, once the water melted, whether it would go back to being cool again, warm again. I'll just tip the water out now, and you can see that it has actually unfrozen now, but it is still really cool. Like, it's still, you know, when to touch, it's still cold. So even after it melts, it still keeps the water cool, which is a really good feature. As you can see, it's a big hit with Lottie. She's really enjoyed it. So we give this product probably 5 out of 5. It's really simple to use, really effective. It was only about £3.99. I think there was £1 off it. It should have been £4.99. So reasonably priced. And it should be really handy for day trips, or you could freeze this overnight, pop it into a cool bag the day after, and it would be cool for when you stopped to have a sandwiches or picnic or whatever you wanted to have. So this is really a really handy product at an affordable price. So we hope you've enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like this video or leave us a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And I think our next video is going to be the Chuck It balls. I'll just go and get them now. So I think it's going to be the Chuck It balls that we also got on the same trip. We got these ones on the same trip as the others. So these are the Chuck It erratic ball. You get 2. So we'll be reviewing them next. Until next time, bye!